Peace to you. This is going to be addressing all people who claim to be Gnostics. All people who, I should put that in a more favorable light. I don't mean the way that sounded. All those who consider themselves to be Gnostics. So, I'm Yusuf. It's my channel. I actually have somebody on my shirt that you probably don't really like, Theotokos. There seems to be a lot of people out there who say that they're Gnostics, Sethian, Valentinians, Bogomil, Cathar, I should say Albigenses, not Cathar, Manichaean, all these different things. And there have been two that they are actually something strikingly close to what the works of the ancient Gnostics were, right? And some of them are very nice people who, many of the people who call themselves Gnostics tend to be very, seemingly very gentle and nice, which makes me wonder if they know what Gnosticism is. Although I've never encountered one that didn't claim that didn't agree when I'd say, but Gnostics are elitists, and they'd say, yes, we are. I guess I probably should state my opinion. Eastern Orthodox. We don't have heaven or hell, original sin, penal substitution, right? At least, well, we don't have any of those, but we have a view of the afterlife. It's kind of like a inverted purgatory, I guess. So I have videos on it about here, on hell, heaven, hell, afterlife, on this channel. But and we don't base our church off the Bible. That's stupid. We think that's ridiculous. Yeah. So I guess I should state my thing. I believe that the world is good and that we should enjoy the world. Gnosticism, the key principle is the escape of the world. The world is made by the demiurge, whether you consider it an infinitely just God with no compassion for mercy, or the evil God that was, either way, too far away from the pleroma, Braxis, or whatever you want to call it. And many people switch these names around, that thought it was an actual God, and was so evil or ignorant that it decided to create a physical realm. I look at the world and I see beauty. And I think many of these people do too, that are calling themselves Gnostics, or many of you out there who consider yourself Gnostics. I think you do too. I think you might have been faced with a false dilemma between a fundamentalist right-wing version of Christianity, or that or nothing. And you said, no, well, there's this other thing that we've never seen before, in part, but before they dug up the Nag Hammadi, they kind of didn't know what it was. So, well, I don't know if it would be a complete question here. I'd love to talk to you. Please get in contact with me. I'd love to get in conversations with you. Ask you questions. I'm not going to debate you. I don't believe in, proselytizing is against my religion. We're not allowed to do it. But I wonder where you, if you're, well, because this is the big dilemma, something that I wonder about, if there's no link to the past with the Gnostics, right? There's they're cut off at various points in time, whichever Gnostic association you want to go with, they're gone. Do you dig that back up through these scriptures that the Gnostics had? Somewhat like a Protestant trying to look at these books and say, oh, well, they believe this or that. Or how do you go about doing that? Or do you just base Gnosticism on what you feel? Well, this says this, but I don't agree with that, so I'm going to say this. What exactly makes you Gnostic? Because what makes you Gnostic, the actual term would be you have secret knowledge that is only for the minority, and that the rest of mankind is... I mean, this is where the idea of original sin creeps into the West because of Manichaeism, Manichaeanism. That you hold secret knowledge and the rest of us are too stupid or too evil, and we will go to a burning hell or annihilation. And do you contest that it was Gnostic infiltration to the Roman Catholic Church that brought about the Roman Catholics believing in the hatred of sex, the hatred of, well, I don't want to accuse the Catholics of this. This is a Gnostic idea: the hatred of sex, the hatred of children, and the hatred of the spiritual or the physical world. Those three things. Pretty classic Gnosticism. Despising the physical world, especially sex being the worst thing because it's carnal pleasure, and you're trapping another soul from the pleroma down in here into this wicked world where it's just complete horror and hell. And of course, childbirth is terrible. Suicide is a sacrament in some of the Gnostic things, but I guess you guys already know this. Why take that view when so many of you are seemingly nice people? And if you don't have that view, then I would ask, why on earth are you calling yourself Gnostic? Now, I've talked to some people on here life, liberty, love, and James at Painter's Box. I have a good idea of that, and I know how they would respond to it. But I'm wondering for other people who claim to be... It seems to be very popular, very in vogue to call yourself a Cathar or an Ophite or a Basilidian or a Valentinian. With those two, I've heard from them, and I've talked to them, and I would say that at least one of them, well, Pandora's Box, brings a pretty, at least defensively historic version of Gnosticism, even if I think there's inconsistencies in there, which of course I do. I'm Eastern Orthodox, why wouldn't I? So yeah, this is just the Gnostics. I'd love to get in a conversation with you. Please tell me if I'm misunderstanding something, right? Or if you think I'm misunderstanding something, or what it is. I'm not posing this to get in an argument with people. People are like, "Fuck you, you're stupid," this and that, and which seems to be the people with a kind heart who react that way of "fuck you," this and that. It's like, hey, that's how Gnostics act? I don't think so. I think that's just the human nature. I guess what you would say, your carnal self doing that. But I'd love to talk to you. Well, this is a video for all Gnostics. Peace to you. May God save Serbia, Syria, and Ireland.